to Main Event Pong presents our new show, Books and Booze with Banshee. You guys know we like to drink and beer game and cause a bunch of ruckus and stuff. But what you don't know about the Banshee is she is addicted to reading. So we are going to review The Fifth Wave, both the book and the movie, which we just got back from seeing. In relation to the movie, we are drinking Zombie as kind of an homage to Ben, which you all know. Ben Parrish, his nickname in the movie is Zombie. Let's start with the book, kind of go around. We'll talk about things you liked or didn't like in the book, because I don't really know anybody's official opinion on whether or not they liked it. And give the book a Goodreads rating, so 1 through 5. Then we'll talk about the movie, and then we'll talk about the differences.
So enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Get enough.
Enough.
Him goes first.
AKA the most cynical person at this table. Let's start with you, because it can only go up from here.
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
might
we're
go
in
back
for it
down.
tonight.
Well, I think the book started out well enough. I like the fact that it kind of moved around. It didn't go from beginning, middle, and end. It actually started out in the thick of it, which really intrigued me. Then it started getting into its typical young adult sort of, clicks. I don't know. It's just like I didn't breeze through it, but I didn't suffer through it. At the end of the day, though, I felt like when it came down to it, because there are 2 other books, one is already out and one's coming out in May, and it just came down to, did it intrigue me enough to really want to reach out and grab that next book and continue the story? And the answer is not really. I just didn't feel like the characters or the plot or much of what was going on once it got into the book, because I don't know, they really glossed over it in the movie, but we'll get to that later. Yeah. But I kind of rolled my eyes a lot during a lot of the Cassie and Evan scenes.
In the book or the movie?
In the book.
Okay.
Well, no, in the movie.
Guys.
But yeah, I guess that's a guy thing.
Guys, you don't like any love or making out. I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, in any case, I don't know. I mean, I would give the book a solid 2 out of 5.
Oh.
I'd give the book a solid 2 out of 5.
What's just
Average is 3.
no, just humor me.
Put a 5
What
on
book
there.
would you give a 5?
Yeah, that's a ton.
A 5?
Yeah.
I would say a 5 would have been honestly, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I flew through that. That was just I went to Costco and I bought the next 3 books in hardback after I read that first one. I was just,
Well,
but still, I don't know. It's just.
I think that part of the reason you can't read as much is because you don't like as many books as me.
Yeah.
I think that people would be like, oh, Banshee read 186 books last year. She, is going to be the hardest critic. Nah, I didn't read 186 books I didn't like. You know what I mean? Clearly, this fool is tougher than me. You know what I mean?
You love MMA?
MMA.
Okay.
It's just a 14, maybe. So,
Yeah.
Well, this was the first POV book I've had, and
So
so
a POV where they switch, or multiple.
Well, dual is
it was a little harder for me to get used to it. I cheated a little bit, went to audio, helped me out
That's
a
not
lot
cheating.
more.
That's not cheating. Audio
Well,
is reading.
yeah,
I
reading.
did too.
So I would say 3 from some of my favorite books I have, which aren't a similar kind of subject. So 3.
We'll say Banshee for last. I thought it was okay. The book is it's not a bad read. I didn't force myself to read through it,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I only kind of read through it because my friend had asked me to read through it. So, and I will read the second and the third one because I have issues where when I start a book, I need to see how it ends, even if I have to force my way through it. I've done it in the past.
Yep.
With books that
Probably my
she's
fault.
suggested me to do.
Cough matched cough.
Oh my god. I like young adult books. They're very inspirational. I like to get a lot of ideas from it, but this one, it's either the same as a lot of other things, or it's just done not even predictable. It's just, I don't know. I don't really have a good adjective for it. It's okay. So I'm gonna rank
Generic.
it. Very generic. Very
Yeah.
very brown bag.
Yeah.
If you're at Stater
Yeah.
Brothers, it's a brown box. So I'm going with enough, and I'm going with 2. I gotta go with 2. It's okay. It's okay. It's almost a 3, maybe a high 2. But if this was school, your parents are looking for that solid letter, not the minus or plus. So I'm going with 2.
The Shine.
I I'm giving it a 3. Because it was an average book. It wasn't below average, which is what a 2 would be. But it was generic to me. The plot line was very similar to previous plot lines, but I didn't mind the dual POV. I thought that was kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting it.
That was the one thing I
did like the dual
Yeah.
POV.
I
Yeah.
did like that.
I think it's,
It'll be easier
I
for
just
you
wasn't
next time.
prepared for
Yeah,
it.
she'll
I
be
wasn't
easier next
prepared.
time.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't mind the dual POV
Yeah.
either.
but I think
Yeah.
part of the reason I like the dual POV is because when it got to that point where they switch over to it,
That was one you liked better.
Yeah.
well, the next step is like we have like by that point it's like 15 chapters of Cassie only.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's her walking through the woods.
That's the thing, though. It's
Yeah.
like whenever it
Yeah.
focused on Ben or Sam's or something like that, then I just felt like the book just went to a crawl as soon as it went back to Cassie. And Evan.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I just felt
I
like the
disagree.
momentum of the book just went.
Yeah,
Because the one thing that they did in the movie though is they did speed that part up.
yeah.
But I get it as a man. Like not sorry, Maggie, not to cut you off, but I understand being
I
able
think
to
it's
relate
funny
to
how
male
you guys
characters.
like don't want to read about like sex, but like that's all you want in like real life.
You want
No,
to
it
read
wasn't.
about like sex?
It wasn't
know.
reading about. They didn't have
I
sex.
didn't have a
I
problem.
know.
I didn't have a problem with the love
It
story.
totally looked like they had sex in the movie though.
Like
We'll
I liked
talk
it better
about
in the
that
book than the
But
movie.
anyway.
We'll get to that later.
So what's a 5 for you?
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. You know what? I would give Jurassic Park a 5. Did you read Jurassic
I
Park?
did read Jurassic
Oh.
Park.
You didn't ask me my 5.
I did
Yeah.
read Jurassic Park. I'd give that a 3.
Dweez, what's your 5 book?
But
Actually,
that's
my 5 book is a book that you suggested to me, and it's Shadow and Bone. I'm a big fan of Shadow and Bone. That's
Shadow
probably
and Bone
mine.
is so good.
Jurassic Park was one of those books I sped through.
Yeah,
Speeding
me
through
too.
is affects the grade for me.
Big time.
Did you read it before the movie?
I swear, I had to.
Yeah, I did too.
I read it like a year before the movie came out.
Oh,
I did
wow.
too, and I think that's why. It's so much better too. So for me, I liked it. I gave it a 4 on Goodreads. I am Paula Abdul. You guys, I know I always rate the beer. When we do beer, I always rate the beers the highest. And I also will probably rate the books the highest. I've read a lot of these kind of young adult books where it's like alien human romance. Probably a 5 alien human romance would be Alienated by Melissa Landers. If you ever want to read a really good one, read that. This one is more actiony, that one is more romance. I like romance, I'm a girl, whatever, fuck you guys. If you want to judge me, Main Event Pong viewers, I don't give a shit, I'm a girl, I like me some romance. I think that there are things I really liked about this book. There were other books it reminded me of. It kind of reminded me a little bit of, honestly, when I was reading the beginning of it, it kind of reminded me of when I was reading, remember when you made me read The Walking Dead? Honestly, the beginning of it, kind of reminded me of that, even.
28 days later.
Yeah, 28 Days Later, things
Well, they
like
had that whole car
Yeah.
streets
And,
all over the highway.
You know, and these guys, everybody knows I love Harry Potter, everybody knows I love horror, but one of my lesser known obsessions is disaster movies, and this book really plays out like a disaster book.
It does.
And that's one of the things that I really enjoy about it. I like Cassie. This guy almost hates like fucking female characters constantly. He hates Clary and Moreland, whatever. Like we'll talk about that more later. But
My problem with Cassie is, it's like, okay, she's kind of as
Yeah.
the only hope for humanity, and she's like so cynical as a character sometimes.
Very cynical.
And I'm saying like, wow, we're fucked.
but to me,
She is.
that's this is the problem with young adult.
Yeah.
This is like, look at Harry Potter and Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
That fool is so angsty. That's my least
Yeah.
favorite Harry Potter book. But honestly, in that book, he's the most like a teenager. That's how fucking teenagers are.
I get it. I understand.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it.
Like, she's real. I feel like Rick did a good job of
Make a little
incorporating both the action and the romance. You guys got your action side. Usually it's all one or the other. Like, I love Jennifer Armentrout. She's like all romance. In her series, the Lux series, which is another series where alien falls in love with a human. I love that series, and that would be another 5 for me, but y'all couldn't read it. Y'all would be like, oh my god. So, Mackie was saying he wanted to explore characters. So, did you like Cassie or didn't you like Cassie?
No, that's what I was saying earlier. I liked her, but I was refreshed when they switched away from her point of view.
Big time. Big time.
It's like,
I
okay,
agree.
chapter 1, life sucks.
Did you
Chapter
hate
2,
Cassie's
life
point of
sucks.
view?
Chapter
Yeah.
8, life sucks.
Yeah.
Whose POV did you like the best? POV.
So many options here.
No, with Cassie, it seemed like it drew out a little longer. It did.
My favorite was
But
like the
it
5
wasn't-
seconds they were in Evans.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't like
So-
it.
One. I like that. One.
No, I liked Evan's, 5-page
Yeah.
POV.
Really
Yeah.
quick.
I know.
I like Sammy's.
Sammy's was,
Sammy's was fine.
he didn't even, was that you or you that didn't even remember that Sammy had a
No,
POV?
I
no,
I
Sammy
barely
Sammy, yeah.
I remember he had POV.
But
Yeah.
Cassie
That
was
was
just
very-
so. I don't know. Like if I was Evan and Cassie gave me all that attitude, she'd have been on her own. Like
You'd have
10
shot her.
hours,
I agree
she'd
with
You'd have
been
been like,
on
let
her
me do
own.
my
Like,
job.
I'm like, you gotta
Evan
get out
is
of
the
here.
most patient character in
Big
literature.
time.
But I think it
time.
has to.
Right?
No.
I know a lot of guys would have just been
Colonel
like,
Brandon is the
but
most
see,
patient character
here's
in
my-
literature.
here's my
Oh
thing,
my
though.
god.
It only helped me sleep.
It's just
You
Cassie.
were
She's
right.
such,
Exactly, you don't
Cassie's
have to
such
sleep.
a she's such a jerk of a girl. That's probably my biggest issue. Like
He's past
the
the
world,
Okay, so
the
now-
world is
Already had
over.
3.
Why you
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
Oh,
That's what I was saying too. You know how you said, okay, so we'll transition a little bit to the movie.
You're absolutely right about Evan being patient.
Yeah.
But
We'll transition a
that-
little bit
that's
The key is
to
patience.
he fucking shot her. He's
What?
got amends to make up. He can have some patience.
Well,
He could
in,
have
in the book, in the book he shot her, and spoiler alert, in the movie he didn't. That was like my biggest. Okay, in the
He
movie,
saved her.
that
in
was
the
my
movie.
biggest. That was my biggest problem with the movie. Honestly,
I thought it did. I
Well,
thought
he didn't really admit.
Well, she said she says it.
he
just
didn't
like
admit it to
in this
her.
one.
Yeah, but in the movie,
in
it ain't
the
gonna like
POV.
Lee Harvey Oswald and the Grassy
Yeah.
Knoll and shit.
I mean, he.
Right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that.
But in the book, it's like, oh well, I don't know.
Well, they did that in the movie too with the barn scene.
Yeah.
The barn scene was very
Yeah, they skipped
creepy.
that.
And
dark.
here it's like, oh, it's under a floorboard in every
Yeah.
room.
No, not that part. But,
Oh.
but they shot all the adults. Because
Oh, yeah.
remember, it's so intentional.
Yeah, they
and
tried.
deliberate
They were
in
like,
the
no,
book.
no, no, no. And then they're like, oh, it's an uprising. That's why we shot him.
Yeah, it's
But in the movie,
It's just
yeah, that's what they're
Momentary
saying.
panic, yeah.
Whereas in the book, they're like, bang, 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 bang,
yeah,
bang.
momentary panic, then everyone's dead, and they all
Yeah.
saunter off.
They're like,
I
we just
was like-
stole your kids. Now we
Which
gonna shoot
I
you.
thought it was
in the
interesting
head.
because after they kill her dad, she goes and falls into the ditch where her dad kind of dies in the book anyway. Right?
Yeah,
Where's
well,
the
they
explosion?
cut out
Yeah,
Crisco.
Where's the
completely.
explosion?
Yeah,
Where's
that's-
Crisco?
yeah.
Cisco.
Yes, I get it. Yeah.
Where's the eye? Where's the green? That was
Like in
my
A Fault in
thing
Our
too.
Yeah,
Stars,
yeah,
when they
yeah.
cut out Hazel's BFF.
Yeah,
That's
not a
what
lot
that
of alien technology showed up in that.
Not any.
The
No.
the controllers for the
I think
for the
this-
trans
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
transponders.
I thought that was a
Oh,
big
yeah, yeah.
part of
That
what
was a big part,
what
yeah.
backed
Yeah.
What backed up
Yeah, you guys in the
Yeah,
the proof
Redneck
that
being
they
a
were.
woman.
guys,
Yeah.
guys in the
Yeah.
field.
that was
Not in a hospital.
Well,
They
I don't
combined.
even
No, they
care.
combined two
I don't
characters.
even care that Resnick was a woman, but they cut out her. She's in the movie twice.
Yeah,
like,
no,
they
exactly.
cut her part out
It's not the
completely.
Well, they combined
Yeah, I
it with the
don't
other
care.
chick.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
the,
I was-
the nurse or whatever.
No, it's like when I read.
Captain Phasma of the movie.
Yeah.
Well, no, when I read who they cast as Resnick, I was like,
What?
okay. I
I
was
did
like,
that
okay,
lip
well
sync
they
on the mirror thing down.
That was cool.
they did
Not
the
you.
sex change on it, which I was okay with. I'm like,
Because I was
all right,
dark
we can
eyes.
see what they're gonna do with this. I thought they were gonna be like, badass,
Like a chick.
R. Lee Ermey or something
Yeah.
like that. She's gonna be total like fucking,
Yeah.
drill sergeant or whatever. And then she's in 2 scenes and
Yeah.
she's not even
Yeah.
that hard.
And she was nice.
She's the doctor.
When they-
Yeah.
Remember when they were shooting and she came out and she was like, "Oh, you guys aren't half bad."
Yeah, it's like,
And I was
okay,
like-
that didn't suck.
We
Trollers,
were
I
talking
think, was
about
a big
this. Like,
part.
I feel like anytime you make a book out of a movie, like structurally, the movie is the same.
Yes.
But it's on fast forward and all the detail. And keep in mind, you're never gonna get, unless it's like a narrated movie, like start to finish narrated, you're never gonna get like the
Yeah.
emotions
Well,
because you're
and
not in
plus you're
someone's
confined-
head.
In movies, you're confined to budgets.
Yeah.
Big time.
Like, and I think one of the reasons why we don't see any of the UFO-y stuff is I don't think this movie had a very big budget, probably.
Well, no,
Yeah.
the budget was $38 million.
Yeah.
And
and when you're making a sci-fi film,
well, the thing
How you do
is,
with 38
the thing is
million?
with Bosch though, I feel like they did get rid of a lot of the mystique, especially with his relationship with Evan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or not Evan, not Ben.
Ben.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was.
His relationship with Ben.
Yeah.
I felt
there
like
was a
that
mentor
was
thing going
there
on.
was
in the
a
book.
big mentor thing in the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There's a definite respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like he met him, and the whole zombie thing. It's like, yeah, they called me zombie in the infirmary.
That was
Cut out
true.
Wonderland.
Which we didn't bother
They
showing
cut out
that.
Wonderland completely. Yeah.
That
They got
was
rid of
the-
They cut, out,
Wonderland.
they got rid of Tank,
Yeah.
going Dorothy, which I was.
Yep.
They didn't even suss out the group that Pound Cake and all that. Like,
All
I
those
don't know who the
kids-
fuck who was.
all-
Yeah, it was.
You guys-
Yeah.
Only the girl because she's 5 years old.
And Dumbo.
Yeah,
They
Dumbo.
cut out like all those freaking. I mean, all those characters are not like how they thought. I mean, these guys will tell you that they thought certain characters were African American.
Yeah.
Casting.
This
yeah.
fool thought Ben was black. This fool thought Evan was black. I thought Teacup was Asian.
I wasn't
So-
even sure. I wasn't even sure who was
Yeah.
who, really.
Yeah,
I thought that was
Other
Armenian.
than knowing Teacup.
No, you
other than that-
didn't.
Yeah.
No.
I got the impression of Ben Parrish being African American, being black. The way she described him and how he acted, what he was in school. I'm not saying he had to be black, but I felt
That'd have been hot.
that he was black. But I mean, he
I think
wasn't.
that
I don't
would've
know.
been hot.
I envisioned Ben is a different character altogether. I didn't envision him as the creeper from Jurassic World.
In my mind, Ben was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, all-American man for the All-American Slam, whatever. And Ben was like brunette because, like you said, with the dark eyes. Yeah, so to me, I just kind of like reversed them. When I saw the first trailer, I was like, because I saw the first trailer before I read the book. Then I saw the trailer again after I started reading the book, and I was like, wait, that's Ben. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But
Plus, not to mention, Evan is like 29 years old.
He's like 175 years old.
Portrayed by Michael Biehn Jr.
And a mannequin. And he's a mannequin.
In the movie, he's a total zombie in the movie.
Yeah, he should be zombie. He's like, I should have been Black Mamba. He's like, I should have been zombie. That's
a Brit.
Oh yeah,
he's a Brit.
This is a grown man. It's supposed to be a war of kids, and you got Cassie who barely looks like a kid.
He's got all this stubble and everything on him.
She looks like a kid to me because she's a midget.
Well, she's like, okay, she looks like, you know what, okay, I'm gonna say this. Cassie looks like a 20-year-old playing an 18-year-old, which is fine.
No.
Or 19.
No.
This dude, Evan, looks like a 30-year-old playing an 18-year-old, and it's just, it looks awkward. It's weird. Like, I'm not saying it was bad, I'm just saying that
they always age stuff up for movies, though. They always do, dude. They always like make people older.
About like 15 years old.
Well, like, look at even Divergent. Like, they made amazing. He was like 16 or some shit in a movie. Favorite character, worst character. Book first.
Jesus Christ. Favorite character in the book? Vosh.
Least favorite character in the book.
Favorite character in the book, Vosh. Least favorite character, I'd have to say Evan.
Damn, you're such a...
I'd say Evan just because of the fact of like I said, he is the most patient person imaginable, and the whole fact that he's either half other or full other or whatever, and the fact that it's just like, you know, even our enemy can see this, that, and the other thing, whereas you got Vosh on the total end where it's like he's got a means to an end, he's got a mission to adhere to, and he's following through it.
Evan's kind of
it sounds like he's the most developed character.
Yeah, I felt like Vosh's character was totally cheated on in the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I felt like it was
he's not
just a
sinister
shell of the character.
That's true.
Yeah, there was a lot more.
They turned him into Morgan Freeman from Dreamcatcher.
I love Morgan.
I think in the book, maybe my favorite character. I like Tank in the book. I think he brought out some, you know, at the beginning.
He was in.
Yeah,
well, he spoke it, and you know it was, you know.
Well, he caught on first.
He did catch on.
Yeah, you know the Dorothy part, which was a big part. You know, for the book, I think that was good. Movie, say Ben.
You liked Ben?
I want to say Ben.
So for me, opposite of my husband, my favorite character in the book is Evan. I'm always a fan of that ambiguously good-bad character. Like, you don't know if Evan is more alien than human. Yeah, and I always like in Shadow and Bone, the Darkling. He's like one of my all-time biggest book boyfriends. Like, I think he's hot.
Is way different than that.
Oh man, I love how evil he is. The evil are like Sebastian. I love him too. Like, I always fall for the super genocidal evil guy. I don't know what it is.
Evan's like Captain America.
But I like Evan a lot. I love that struggle he goes through. They gloss over it in the movie, but I feel like they do go through it in the book more, and more so in the second book, which you guys haven't read, but I have. But I feel like it's very, you know, you get like a lot of his struggle, like, what am I? Am I both, or am I one? Or, you know, I'm other, whatever he is. So I really like that about him. My least favorite character in the movie, my favorite character is probably Cassie, I guess. I liked her in the movie a lot.
She was good.
In the book and in the movie, my least favorite character is Ringer. That was my problem with, like, my
unlimited supply of eyeliner.
Yeah, friggin' exactly. I can't stand Ringer either way, but I just felt like, I don't know. I felt like they tried too hard to make her like, yeah, look at, I'm gonna be tough, like, I'm a tough chick. Yeah, look at me, I'm tough.
Yeah.
That's funny you say that, because my favorite person in the book is Ben. In the book, I like Ben's character a lot in the book. I liked his internal struggle. I liked the fact that he was a high school football star that kind of got humbled by this whole invasion situation, maybe. And I liked that he became a man, and, you know, his whole internal struggle. And I really liked, even though what she's going off what she said, I liked his relationship with Ringer. I liked Ringer.
I did like that relationship.
There's more chemistry there.
In the book, I did like that
relationship. I liked
relationship.
his relationship with Ringer so much more than Cassie and Evan. Like, I couldn't stand Cassie and Evan, but him and Ringer, which, you know, from me being called sexist. I like the tough girl thing, and I like Ringer a lot. I just don't like the I don't cuss. I don't know what to call Cassie, but I don't like Cassie. But I like Ringer. My least favorite person in the book and the movie, because I think it's the same person, might be, and he had a very small role, probably is Cassie's father. I know, yeah.
In the book, it was odd.
Cassie's father is kind of a douche.
He's kind of naive.
I thought he
Very
was dumb
naive.
when he put Sam's on the bus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But then he was like,
He's
no,
more
I'm
naive
here,
in the
blah, blah,
book.
blah.
Yeah.
He's
in the
very
book.
naive.
Much more
Well,
naive.
he's
in
just
the book.
trying to be an eternal optimist.
All right, man.
my
Your
favorite
characters.
version.
Yeah, this
Very,
is.
I like Ben the best. I think that switch over to POV was a breath of fresh air, and I think that got me on his good side. Least favorite was Sammy, because they always have that poor little kid who's
I
got
think
nothing
in the
to
movie
do.
it did, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's like 3 years older than maybe
What's the
two.
question? The question is who's my least favorite character.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm not.
season.
No, I was agreeing with you.
I'm sorry. From a reading
It's a
standpoint,
man.
I just don't. I don't enjoy reading the plight of a 4-year-old. It's just.
Yeah.
I get it.
Don't forget my teddy bear. I'm like,
I get it. I
I
understand.
don't care about that. You know.
I agree
That's all
with
I'm
you.
saying.
What about the movie?
Fifth grader.
In the movie, I like Ben.
Still.
He's still because
See, I liked him too. And
I
I
like
liked
him.
him in Jurassic
He's a-
World too. He's
he was a
hot.
I'm not basing it off of that, but I mean, I thought he was a progressive character. I thought he held the leadership role well. I thought he stood up to. I thought there was a lot of chemistry between him and Ringer, who you don't like, but.
I really don't.
But yeah, to be fair-
the book, I like. You don't like
I
Ringer
can't
the book?
stand
I
No,
like
I
that.
didn't.
Not in the movie.
Oh, the movie she was bigger.
Well, no one had. Well, it's almost not fair to compare Ben and Ringer to Ben and Cassie because they really don't actually have a
No,
connection.
no, no.
Yeah.
Ben and Cassie. It's her.
I was surprised-
It's her eye stalking him her whole life. you know?
That's what I thought in the movie was odd that they had it in reverse, that he recognized her.
Yeah.
That was
Because
weird.
in the
Yeah.
book,
Yeah.
it's
He doesn't know
In the
who
book,
she
he's
is.
like,
She's like, we're
"Ooh."
doing the babies.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
I'm like, my point is, okay, when I think back to the book, when they finally converge in the book, the only emotion you can really feel as a reader is, well, she's been blabbing about it the whole fucking book. But he doesn't know she has the hots for him at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
He has no idea. He has no
He's no
idea she
idea.
exists.
But
Never
and
did
at
that.
that point, she knows Evan is
Yeah.
there and is like, oh my god, Evan's helping
So I
me.
mean, but I'm saying that's supposed to be like the
Yeah.
pivotal moment for us as readers. But if you really,
You know what?
you're like,
Around that same time,
Yeah.
what pissed me off is when they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna take out your tracker, Sammy. It doesn't even hurt." And in the book, it's like, "Okay, we're about to cut this thing out of this friggin' 5-year-old kid's
And she
head."
pulls out a 10-inch
Oh, yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I'm fucked up, but I like that scene in the book.
But
And
I
thought
told
that they
MMA that in the
wussed
movie.
it out.
I like in the movie they're just like,
Yeah.
take our tracker. Okay.
it was that easy.
Yeah, they were like, "Bring," and in the book, it's like, ah.
I feel pain pulling out a hangnail. You know what I mean?
One other thing,
Yeah, it
which
took away
may
from that,
kind
you
of
know?
be just out there, whatever.
Now we're nitpicking everything.
In the book, they also mentioned a good couple times about her name in general.
Cassiopeia.
In the movie,
It's
it was said one time at the end.
Yeah.
By Ben, the one that we wouldn't
By
even
Ben.
expected.
That's a good
We
point.
expected that from Evan, and it never came out.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
point.
that was very
And
odd
come
to
on,
me.
Ben doesn't know who Cassiopeia is.
Exactly.
He knows who fucking what's some football
He-
guy's name?
he didn't
Tom
even
Brady.
know her.
He knows who Tom Brady is. Like,
In the
He's not
book,
intelligent. He's a football player.
exactly.
Everybody knows
You
who
know,
Tom
I
Brady
think
is.
the movie
Because we
made
like
Ben.
abs. Movie best and worst since you didn't do it.
Okay, I would say
Discourse.
character-wise, is Vosh.
Still?
No, worst.
Oh yeah.
Worst was Vosh.
They probably even Bosch
Because
has like
I
one
just-
scene.
He had a,
And it's Liev Schreiber who's got the chops. He could have
Yeah.
pulled
Yeah,
it
I
off.
like
Yeah.
him a
he
lot.
just made him a generic
Wait,
Wait,
Superman.
hold
Yeah.
up, hold up.
Yeah. Oh.
I like Liev Schreiber. However, he's the same guy in every movie.
The way that they had the Vosh in the books versus how they executed him in the movie was fucking night and day.
Mhm.
Favorite character in the movie was Cassie's hair. Cassie's hair, that shit was
She's like-
ready.
she's
That
like,
was ready for the
Cassie's
apocalypse.
hair
It was
was
feathered
fantastic.
and it was
It's the
feathered
beauty
and
products.
beautiful.
It's the
Did
beauty
you have
products.
blush on too?
hair
Oh, I know.
twirl.
His cheeks were nice and rosy.
Yeah, no. Cassie's healthcare products because she was looking great.
I don't
but
work
then-
tomorrow, but I do gotta go give someone keys. But I
Wow,
don't care because
that's
I don't
amazing.
got to work the
This
rest
shit's
of the
got 151 in it.
I might call
It's
him.
it's not. It's not that big. Go
I
ahead.
don't even feel drunk. Come on.
No, there's
Load
no.
it up, man. Load them both up.
Get, bitches want booze. Give the bitches booze.
It's
Something about booze.
There you go.
the zombie. So,
All
right,
okay,
so let's go
where are we
back
gonna
around.
find this
So
at?
let's
I would
rate
have two
real
bottles of this
quick.
stuff.
We
What was
rated
the rating?
the book. Let's rate the movie real quick. We'll go over here.
It's like a 3. I hate it.
You know what? I think the movie progression is better than the book. I liked how, because sometimes they have to change movies to incorporate for fans who haven't seen the book and for time, and I get that. And there's a lot of things they did in the movie aside from the freaking Ben epiphany at the end. That's the one thing that bothers me. But if I forget about that part, I would give it a 3 over the book being a 2. If you take out that Ben epiphany, when he figures everything out, I liked how they did everything else. I like the flashbacks. I like how they made up for time. I'm going to give the movie a 3.
Alright, so on a scale of 1 to 5, where 1 is Alone in the Dark and House of the Dead and every other Uwe Boll movie, and 5 is The Princess Bride, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Trick or Treat, which I don't want to hear any shit talk about. That movie is fucking amazing. I give it.
Just gave it
I give it a 3. I give it a 3. Give it a 3.
I would say 3 as well, because there is just a few in the movie, as I said before, inconsistencies, like the whole thing where Ben recognized her as opposed to the book just threw it off for me. Just little things here and there, not a whole lot, just a few little, someone else saying this as opposed to the character in the book. That's what threw it off for me.
Alright, now it's your turn.
Movie rating.
Everybody's giving it a 3 so far.
2.
You fucking douche. Why are you always giving everything?
Hashtag Nuff said, give it a 2. Would you argue that this book by itself, because a lot of movies that get made from books are very bad.
Yeah.
So would you say by itself, this movie could stand on its own?
I would, if I hadn't read the book first, I probably would like the movie better.
I think so.
When I had seen
That's where Hunger Games
when I
happens.
had seen the
I thought Hunger
trailers,
Games was
I
better.
had a curiosity to see it when I saw the trailers
Okay.
before we
I
even discussed the books.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, and that was what kind
That's a
of,
big difference.
You saw the trailer and you wanted
Yeah.
to see it.
you know, which kind of, I had to be careful when I read the book not to watch anymore, because I was like, I don't want too much given away to me for the book.
Yeah. Alright, so, Fifth Wave, what would you say? Should people read it?
And see the movie?
Dang.
I say yes to both. Whatever.
If you're a reader, I think, you know, if you like to read, it's definitely
They're not
something
nailed on through
possibly.
If you like generic young adult fiction, then yes.
I recommend either or. I either recommend the movie. If you don't really know much about the franchise, watch the movie. The movie's okay. It's a movie. It's an outing with your family, your friends, date, whatever. Or the book if you're a casual reader. But I mean, they're both pretty okay. So I mean, you're not gonna feel bad by spending money or spending money in the book. You're not gonna feel bad.
Yeah, the people in the audience that we kind of caught on to, they read the book
Yeah,
by
that's true.
the first
They
couple
were shocked,
scenes.
and we were just like, uh-huh.
They seem to enjoy it as just a
Oh, the
regular
crucifix
movie.
thing.
Yeah, I would recommend. You don't have to, I don't think you don't have to read the book to see the movie. And
No,
Exactly.
not even a little bit.
But it helps.
Yeah.
Along with zombies.
No, but
I don't think it helps.
Zombie helps.
It's
Even
Zombie
both
helps
movies.
me.
The zombie does help.
So this has been the first episode of Books and Booze with Banshee. Thank you for joining us. Like, share, subscribe. Main Event Pong. If you like to watch idiots drink a bunch of shit and do stupid shit, go ahead and watch the rest of our channels. And hopefully I can get these guys to read some more books.
Watch the rest of our channels.
Watch the rest of our channels.
Let us know you enjoy
Thank
one of
you. Shut up. Watch the rest of our shows. I'm drunk now.